Before we get into the video, here's a quick recap of where we are at and what happened in the last episodes. This is my journey to completing my long overdue game, KnightOut, which I'm creating with Negi. I convinced him to add a side-scrolling map to our game, which is basically a new game mode. We then worked on collectibles and obstacles for the level. We added it into our world map so you can now select the level, and we worked on the knight controls where he's now able to jump in a better way. We sketched out the next level and we added dialogue for our king that now introduces us to the new levels. We talked about achievements and getting the game on Switch, which was the plan for this episode. If you like this type of content, make sure to hit a like. I'll be sharing more videos like this. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Hello. I am back,
I'm back.
Today I'm gonna see if I can flesh out a second platforming level. There is quite a lot to get done, so let's get into it. So yesterday I didn't really get anything done because I was editing the first film. And then I had some freelance work that I had to do and it got quite late. And I played a bit too much Overwatch, to be honest. But that's alright because today I'm gonna make up for it. I can feel that my motivation is a bit down, but hopefully I'll be able to gain that again. And I have a plan. I have a plan how to get the motivation back and just get into the groove again. It's getting pretty late today. The freelance work just took a lot longer time than I was expecting, and that sucks, yes, but it's also what keeps food on the table, so I guess it is what it is. Anyways, I did get some layout set up for the level. I realized that I need to work on when you jump on a bouncy surface because it's really hard to get the right bounce and that could be a lot smoother. But that's something with the knight that I need to go in and adjust. And that will be what I'll be working on tomorrow because that's going to make the level much more enjoyable. Right now it's a bit tedious because it's so hard to jump high on the mushrooms, but that's something I will look into. I didn't get that much done today, but I still made some progress. And that's the most important part. Not every day is like amazing. Hopefully I can get fleshed out the level today and work a little bit on the jump mechanic. I'll get going. What a day! So I managed to rework the jumping, especially on the bouncy platforms, which is really cool. It works really well and I managed to finish the whole level. I kind of got into a groove and just kept working on it, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. So that's awesome. It's still good. Where do I start? So obviously this is the last week and I want to focus on what can give the most value to the game. How can I make what I already made done? So that means that we have some levels that it's kind of complete, but it still needs to be set dressed. Instead of just having one level, I added 2 levels. So that's more. I succeeded in expanding the scope. There's 2 steps that I think is reasonable to do within this week. I'm not sure if I can do it. It's localization and Steve achievements, so I'll try to focus on that as well, which could be awesome to get done. But localization is basically done. The issue with it is that we have new levels that are not named yet, so we need to name those. And there's also some speech in some of the levels. Realistically, I'm not gonna get started with Switch porting, which is a shame, but every step that I take just gets us closer and closer to release. And even though I'm not gonna get it done, it's been a really productive week and all the content that I poured into the game is gonna be really amazing once it's done. And just the feeling of getting things done gives me a sense of, okay, I can actually get this game finished in not a too far future. So that's what's really important to me. Yesterday really sucked because I had a meeting and that required a lot of energy and some preparation and some time as well. Not the meeting itself, it just sucked that I couldn't spend time on KnightOut. And the freelance jobs that I was working on also took a lot of extra time, so there's only 4 days left and I feel like I can't do it. But my plan today is just to, because I still have some freelance job, but my plan is to just get it done as fast as possible, just put everything into it, start right away. and then after lunch at 12 I will hopefully have the whole day to work on KnightOut. And yeah, I'll just have to do everything I can to make as much happen in KnightOut as possible. I haven't gotten anything done on KnightOut because freelance stuff, but for now hopefully I can get some hours into KnightOut and get some work done on that. I just need to do it. It's got pretty late, I'm totally tired, so I'm gonna go to sleep. But I did get so much done today, which was nice. I was very productive. I think I worked 4 hours on KnightOut as well. I added the graphics for the flying platforms that can disappear, and I made some small animations on it and some shader. I also made the checkpoints so they look nicer, and I reused assets for both actually. So the checkpoints are banners that we had, and I made a small animation for that, and then we had some confetti particles that I reused as well from earlier. And then I added like a round ball to the arrows, and that's because these arrows don't kill you, they just push you back. What I realized is that we didn't have any spikes in the game. I had to model those and put them in the game. They still need some sort of textures. Tomorrow, hopefully I can spend most of the day working on KnightOut. Now it's about sleep. I also ate all the Pringles. Every day I look more trashed than the day before. I mean, I'm set dressing the level, which is going quite fine. Yesterday I did the props for it, but I can see that it will take some time, and maybe it will take all day. At least it's raining today, so I don't feel bad about sitting inside all day. The only problem is that Psychonauts 2 came out today, which I've been waiting for like since the Kickstarter, which is like 5 years. At least we're not the only game company that delays games, but maybe I'll do it. Like, I need a break anyways. I might as well play some while I have my break. But I did manage to set dress a lot of the environment. I did have to make some platforms where it was more wooden because it just made more sense and it will add a bit more variety to the levels. I think it's turning out okay. I mean, it could be better, and my main concern is that people don't understand where to jump in the level, but that's something we can test. So that's great. I mean, I was hoping to finish the whole thing today, but I can see that there's gonna be some hours more to finish it, which means it'll just get way too late before it's done. And I have a friend coming over. He's gonna stay for a few days. So I don't want to like push it and keep working. I'm kind of realizing that, yeah, of course I won't get the game done. I was really hoping that, but I'll touch more on that in the end of this video. Right now I'm just trying to get as much done as I can, and hopefully get enough done that I can put this out as an update with the side scroller. So today I'm going to set dress the rest of the level, put in some lighting for the level. And it becomes more apparent to me that it's quite important with the lighting because it seems kind of flat right now. And I think I could do a lot with that to enhance the way it looks. So yesterday I set dressed the whole level. I also put in extra time to it, added some more props in the one areas that I already filled out, just to make sure that it'll look more livable and believable. I think it turned out great. Then I set my computer to light bake. Basically we take all the lights, and instead of them being dynamic, they're now static, and the light information is stored in the textures. And I think that looks really good on the level. The only issue is that it took forever, so I probably shouldn't have done it, so I couldn't use my computer in all that time. But there's some issues because not all, like I made some new objects like the spikes and the wood platforms, but they were not set to static, which means that they didn't bake. But the cool thing is that we still have some dynamic lighting for the knight when he runs around. There's no shadows on him, but there is still the color of the lights still affect him. I think in all honesty the lights added so much mood to the level, and I think it's really coming together quite nicely. Alright, so this is some time after. It's a couple of days later, which is nice because I had some time to reflect over how well did it go, how much did I get done, how do I feel about it, and all that kind of stuff. So I had a great birthday. I just worked a little bit on the game. If you're smart, you'll look at Steam and you'll see that it's still in early access. The obvious thing first is to get the feature complete, and I did do 2 side-scrolling levels. One was completely set dressed and did. The other one I was halfway done with set dressing, so there's still a little bit of work in that, and I really want to do one more, and I think I can do that within a reasonable time frame. We also rearranged the levels and we fixed some bugs. We added the end cinematic. It's not the final one. We also added the enemy cinematic, but the most important part is that we obviously got closer to finishing the game, and that is really important. I also refound my motivation to work on the game, which is obviously really important as well, and I can kind of see the finish line. Also, with the work that I put in, it's more clear that how much more do I need to do before it's done. So we didn't finish it, but we got a lot closer, and I think I could finish it in September. I'm releasing a update with the content, and you'll be able to find that on Steam. You can buy the game in early access, and that will support us. You can also leave an honest review if you buy it. Both things are really good for us, and actually mostly leaving a review is the best thing. I will keep you guys posted with videos. Obviously I'm gonna continue until it's done. I hope I can get it done in September. If not, who knows, maybe next year. No, I really want to get it done soon. So yeah, that's the plan.